Golden Gophers and head coach Nico Medved. At forward, Bobby Durkin, the 6'7 junior from Glenbard West, fifth leading scorer for Minnesota, shooting 34% from beyond the three-point arc. He's a transfer from Davidson. At forward, their leading scorer, Cade Tyson, 6'7", a senior from Monroe, North Carolina, second in the Big Ten, averaging just under 22 points a game. At forward, Jalen Crocker Johnson, a 6'8 junior from San Antonio, their leading rebounder and second leading scorer. Crocker Johnson, 13 points, 7.5 rebounds a game. He transferred over from Colorado State, where he played for Coach Nico Medved. At guard, Isaac Osama, the 6'3 sophomore from Cherry, Minnesota. Osama, the only holdover among the starters from last year's squad. And at guard, Langston Reynolds, the 6'4 senior from Denver. For the Wildcats, Nick Martinelli, the Wildcats' leading scorer, the Big Ten's leading scorer, playing in the 100th game of his career this afternoon. Nick averaging just under 23 points a game. At forward, the freshman Trey Singleton, 6'8 from Jeffersonville, Indiana, coming off a career-high 17 against Howard. The guards, Jaden Reed, Jordan Clayton, Angelo Cherubino. For head coach Chris Collins, 12-9 in his career against the Gophers. Our officials, Michael Reed, Larry Scarrato, Andy O'Brien, tap of the air controlled by the Wildcats. In their home whites, Jaden Reed brings it left to right as we see it. And we're underway. Man-to-man defense here by Minnesota as Reed takes it high right. Feeds Singleton, fires it out on the left to Cherubino, drives it into the paint, jump stop, back up top. Singleton, a three, it's no good. And the rebound controlled by Reynolds for Minnesota. Gophers in their dark red, burgundy traveling uniforms with the gold stripe, gold lettering. Here's Reynolds, hands it off to Osama, and inside his pass got away. It's up for grabs. Clayton fighting for it on the ground, and it's going to belong to Minnesota on the alternate possession. It'll stay with the Golden Gophers with 10 on the shot clock.
Great hustle by the Cats defensively as Reed hits the ground trying to pick up the deflected pass.
I saw Clayton down there too, was he not? Inbounds pass goes to Reynolds. Hard screen set by Crocker Johnson. Shot clock down to 5 here for Osama, and he'll drive in. His shot blocked from behind by Singleton, and then his follow missed the rim. Shot clock violation.
Terrific defensive help by Singleton that time on the dribble drive penetration. Reed cuts him off, and Singleton blocks the shot.
Let's bring it the other way. They missed their only shot on their opening possession. Here's Clayton bouncing for Reed left wing. Now up top to Martinelli. Martinelli guarded by Reynolds. Looks out on the right. Cherubino drives to the baseline, cut off there. Cherubino to Reed up top. Reed, step back three, straight on. It's no good. And the rebound tipped around. Up for grabs. Reed gets it back. Cherubino kept it alive. Reed into the paint, then back out. Clayton will try a three. That one's no good. And the rebound's controlled by Minnesota.
Cats with a couple of good looks, just unable to convert here early.
Osama brings it down. Here's Tyson. Going back to his left, Durkin. Feeds a bounce pass to Crocker Johnson. And now Reynolds with it high on the left side against Clayton. Fires inside. There's Crocker Johnson. Muscles it up and got it to go.
Got the inside position. Reed tried to disrupt the shot with very little success.
Minnesota gets the first points of the game, 2-0. 2 minutes gone. And on the right to Clayton. Fires it up top, Martinelli. Now looks for Cherubino. Cherubino picks up his dribble, feeds Singleton to the top. Shot clock down to 10 as he finds Clayton right of the circle. Clayton with 6. Clayton to Martinelli, corner jumper. That's no good. The rebound on the weak side, Durkin.
Boy, both of these teams playing with a little smaller lineup, and it's giving Minnesota an opportunity to switch out on the Cats pretty aggressively.
Awesome. And Tyson left point against Singleton. Now to Crocker Johnson, high post against Martinelli. Feeds Reynolds, and up top, looking for a shot. He doesn't shoot. Tyson gives it off. Osama feeds Crocker Johnson, bangs into Martinelli, gets down low, puts it up, and he got it to go again. He's got 4-0 Gophers.
And physical play inside. That's where you're going to see Page is going to be a benefit for the Cats this afternoon once he comes in the game.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be too far from now either. Here's Martinelli, a straight on three, and it's good. Nick Martinelli knocks down the three-pointer. His 16th of the year, and the Cats close to within one, 4-3. Nick has been on fire. 20 points or more in 9 of his last 11 games. Here's Crocker Johnson, feeds it into Tyson against Singleton. Mid-post left, backs his way in with the left shoulder. Out in the air, a jump pass to Durkin. His three no good, rebounded by Martinelli. Cats bring it the other way, down one. As we tick towards the 16-minute mark, Reed, an open three, it's good. Cats have hit back-to-back threes, and they take a 6-4 lead.
Yeah, Altima goes three-man removed under the screen, and Reed just steps back behind the three and knocks it down.
Good sign because he was 0 for 4 the other night against Howard. Here's Crocker Johnson driving on Martinelli, a little runner in and out. Rebound knocked away from Reynolds, but a foul called on the Wildcats' Trey Singleton, and that will get us to our first timeout. It's now time for our Athletico Physical Therapy Injury Update. In pain? Start with Athletico. Visit athletico.com to request your in-clinic or virtual free assessment. No new injuries to report for the Wildcats. From outlet malls, winter markets, and boutique gift shops to the country's largest indoor mall, Minnesota's home to some of the best shopping in the country. Make any day a snow day and get some retail therapy. Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com. 15:53 to go first half. Northwestern leads Minnesota 6-4. This Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield.
PowerPlate, the official fitness technology partner of the Northwestern Wildcats, is a staple of Northwestern athletic training, but it's not just for elite athletes. It's also scientifically proven to burn fat, increase strength and flexibility, and help build strong bones. And in a recent independent university study, PowerPlate was even shown to enhance blood flow to improve cognitive function in users to help keep their mind sharp and help prevent cognitive impairment. Sound too good to be true? It's not. See for yourself at PowerPlate.com. Live like the Cats with PowerPlate.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
For scheduled scores and all things Northwestern athletics, visit nusports.com. Now back to Wildcat basketball. Here's Dave Emmett.
15:53 to go first half here in Evanston. Northwestern out to a 6-4 lead. Back-to-back threes from Nick Martinelli and Jaden Reed. If you heard our pregame with Coach Collins, talked about the assist to field goals for the Cats against Howard the other night. 21 assists on 26 makes, and assist to turnover. They lead the Big Ten, and in fact, I believe they're second in the nation now in assist to turnover ratio. Billy, they had 21 assists, 5 turnovers against Howard on Tuesday night.
Yeah, taking care of the ball has been one of the strong points of this ball club since Chris Collins' arrival. And it's one of the things that helps them stay in close games, tough games. Now, they've lost some tough games early, but these are the things that pay big dividends as you get deeper into the season.
All right, Justin Mullins and Arrington Page come in for the Wildcats. Page didn't play the other night. He's guarding Crocker Johnson. The entry pass intended for Tyson, poked away by Mullins. Good substitutions there, right? As Reed brings it the other way for the Wildcats. Jaden Reed, Mullins had a strong game offensively the other night. He always is a factor defensively. Here's Page out to Reed, and up top Martinelli will try a three. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Osuma for Minnesota. Here's Durkin to the other end. Quickly to Reynolds at the logo, and now Tyson with Reed on him. Bouncing for Crocker Johnson, high post against Page. One dribble. Feeds Tyson on the left, goes baseline, pulls up, jumper good. And Tyson's got his first points. We're tied at 6.
Good pull-up jumper on the left baseline, avoiding the charge.
High lob, nice catch by Page. Tried to outleap Crocker Johnson for that. Two of them got tangled up, and the foul called on Crocker Johnson.
Now, Crocker Johnson, who plays a very physical style on both ends of the floor, that will be matched in intensity by Arrington Page. And he has been their go-to scorer here with points in the paint early.
He comes out, redshirt freshman Grayson Grove in for Minnesota, along with Osuma, the only other returnee on this team from a year ago. And he redshirted last year. He didn't play. Here's Reed inbounding to Page in the corner and works his way around Grove, bounces to an open Reed, around to Mullins, and now Max Green will try a three. Good! Green just off the bench, knocks down the triple. Cats are back in front, 9-6 on 3 threes.
And once again, Green with the pump fake eludes the defense and repositions for the nice three.
Now Osuma bobbles, but Reynolds saves for Minnesota into the corner. Tyson on the right. Back to Grove, fires it, bobbled, caught by Osuma. Back to Grove against Tyson rather. They double him. He drops it off to Grove, and he lays it up and in.
Yeah, good pass there by Tyson as the Cats had him walled off as he was driving left on the left side of the lane.
That's by 1, 9-8.
Chris Collins talked about how well this team cuts, and that was an example.
Here's Green, guarded by Durkin. Feeds Martinelli, top of the key. Now right side to Reed, foul line extended. Reed trying to shake free of Reynolds, gets it low on the right. Martinelli's man fell down. He turns around and just fires it in with a short jumper. Martinelli's got 5, and the Cats are up 8.
And he keeps
up 3 rather, 11-8.
And he keeps it simple.
Yep.
Defense falls down. He's got a little chip shot there at about 10 feet.
Here's Reynolds circling right, feeding Tyson. Right side 3, no good. Rebound Green. Max Green seeing increasing minutes. The transfer from Holy Cross. Gets it to Reed. Reed driving hard to the basket. The blow by, the layup good for Jaden Reed. Cats are up 5, 13-8.
And this is where the Cats can really exploit Minnesota and their lack of size with dribble drive penetration. Right there, no help defensively as Jaden Reed goes right to left, right to the paint, and then to the hoop.
Lack of depth, too, Billy, for this Minnesota team beset by injuries in year 1 under Medved. Here is Durkin out near the scorer's table. Durkin fires it across to Osuma. Osuma with 12 to shoot. Now feeds Grove. Grove against Page here, right of the circle. Flips it to Reynolds. A skip pass. Osuma 3, and it's good. Isaac Osuma, 30% three-point shooter, knocks down the first triple of the game for the Gophers. It's 13-11 Northwestern. 12:44 to go first half. Now Mullins bouncing for Page. Foul line extended right against Grove. Drops it to Reed. Reed fires it back to Page. Now a little touch pass inside. Martinelli misses from close in. Martinelli trying to save it. Steps on the end line and will belong to the Golden Gophers.
What a terrific touch pass by Page. Had the open shot. Saw open Martinelli cutting to the basket. Great basketball play.
Martinelli and Reed both get breathers in for the Wildcats. Singleton back in, and the other freshman, Jake West, comes in. 13-11 Northwestern, 12:26 to go first half. Here's Osuma, head to Durkin. Working around the perimeter to Reynolds on the right against Green. Holds the ball high over his head. Looking, dumps it back to Grove. Return feed for Reynolds. Now spots Osuma at the top. Hit that 3. Almost lost it. It's saved by Tyson on the left sideline. Now Tyson's got it against Mullins. Takes the elbow jumper. It's no good. Green skies for the rebound.
Mullins with the good defense and the good contesting of the shot.
That's with the ball up 2. 2 for the under 12. Here's Mullins. Trying to feed it into Page. It's deflected. Page saves it out to West. Shot clock at 15. Cross-court feed. Green rifles it inside Singleton to Page. Reversed it up. Got it! What a shot by Ayrton Page. Falling away on the right baseline. A circus shot that went in. And the Cats are up 4, 15-11.
Off of a really nice pass as Page backdoors the defense.
Minnesota ball. Awesome. A touch pass, a skip pass that's deflected out by West into the Wildcat bench, and that will get us to a timeout. Cats fans, Northwestern trusts IAS branding with the Wildcats brand. Let IAS branding, proud partner of Northwestern Athletics, be the solution for your branded merchandise and promotional products. Visit IASbranding.com to learn more. Attention all Northwestern students and Wildcat fans. Pace Bus now offers quick and stress-free rides from Evanston to O'Hare Airport for just $2. Google Pace Bus Pulse Dempster for more information. Northwestern 15, Minnesota 11, 11:22 to go first half. This Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for the players every game at Welsh Ryan Arena. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup or for a store locator. That's Libman.com. Libman, the official hardwood floor care provider of Northwestern basketball.
If you aren't paying with a Northwestern Athletics debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, are you really a Northwestern fan? Of course you are, but swiping with purple and white is much more fun. Pay with Wildcat Pride every time with the official Northwestern Athletics debit card. Get yours when you open an eligible Wintrust Community Banks account. Visit wintrust.com/Northwestern to choose an eligible account and score your Northwestern card. Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Member FDIC. Specialty debit cards not available for all Wintrust Community Bank account types, charters, and branches.
That alarm means it's time to wake up. House Smarts Radio, Saturdays 6 to 10 a.m. on WGN.
Today's official game sponsor is Explore Minnesota. Explore Minnesota is a proud partner of Northwestern Athletics. The 190th meeting between the Wildcats and the Golden Gophers. They will meet again in the last game of the regular season, March the 7th at the Barn. They played twice last year. Back on the 25th of February, the Cats won at Williams Arena, 75-63. They met again just a couple of weeks later in the Big Ten tournament in Indianapolis, and the Wildcats won that game 72-64. That was the final game as coach of the Gophers for former Gopher and Wildcat player Ben Johnson. Cats have won 3 in a row, 5 out of 6 from the series, and a win today will give them their first 4-game winning streak against Minnesota since winning 6 in a row from 2003 to 2007. They have a 15-11 lead here with 11:22 to go into the first half.
And we have a great game going on this afternoon between two teams that are fighting for a win here as the Big Ten season continues.
And look, Minnesota's already got a Big Ten win. The Wildcats do not want to start 0-3 in this conference and then face a trip to East Lansing on Thursday night. So
that's why we talked about it at the top of the show, Dave, about this being a very important game for both teams, especially for the Cats, having lost a close game here against Ohio State and getting a win on the home court.
Minnesota will inbound, right sideline, 15 on the shot clock. They get it into Crocker Johnson, who's checked back. Sheravino back to the Cats. Osama to Tyson, left corner. Gets it inside Reynolds for a layup. Tyson passed up the 3, stepped inside the arc. Get Minnesota now within 2, and Gophers look like they're going to a zone.
1-3-1 zone defense.
Here's Green to Sheravino at the top. Return feed for Green. Now Sheravino fires it right west. Inside Singleton. Right baseline for Page. He'll take a jumper. No. Now the rebound taken on the weak side by Alsuma.
And that's a shot that Page typically knocks down.
Minnesota looking to tie it, down by 2 with 10:35 to go first half. Here's Osama, hash mark far side. Up top, Crocker Johnson. Feeds it to Reynolds. Durkin fakes the handoff back to Reynolds. Now he goes around, backdoor. There's Reynolds, and he scoops it in. A step in front of Trey Singleton, and we're tied at 15.
And there's the movement without the basketball that Chris Collins was alluding to in the pregame show by the Minnesota Golden Gophers.
Gophers have come back to tie it. There's West at the top against Reynolds. Shot clock at 12. West driving, gets to the basket. His shot hit the bottom of the net, and then caromed out of bounds. He got the open look underneath, but he just
juggled the ball at the last second, Dave.
He kind of bobbled it a bit. And so here's Nick Martinelli back in, Singleton out. 10 minutes to go first half. We're all even at 15 halfway through the half. Reynolds brings it up. Reynolds transfer from Northern Colorado. Gets it in out to Crocker Johnson. He'll try a three. No good. Cheravino gets the rebound for the Wildcats. Cheravino, a career high 11 rebounds Tuesday night against Howard. Now Green left point. Up top, Cheravino. Cheravino feeds it in. Threads the needle. Martinelli. Great pass to Page. Misses from close range, but he's fouled.
Yeah, undercut a very dangerous play, but a nice pass by Martinelli as he catches the ball right low in the paint in the middle of the zone defense and then catches a back-cutting Page who couldn't finish the shot.
Foul on Durkin, his first, second team foul. Page will have 2 shots. Arrington, 68% from the line. First one up and good. The Wildcats as a team, 74%, 11th in the Big Ten. West and Green out. Reed and Clayton in for the Wildcats. If it comes down to free throw percentage, Billy, Minnesota, the worst free throw shooting team in the Big Ten and one of the worst in the country percentage-wise. As Page makes them both, Cats are back in front 17-15.
Well, at the rate this game is going from a scoring standpoint, it could come down to free throws.
Although not a lot of fouls yet for a physical game. Here's Reynolds, turns the corner, an offensive foul call.
Yep, Crocker Johnson. That's a tough last name.
Jalen Crocker Johnson with his second foul.
That's a big foul for them.
Yeah, Grove in and Crocker Johnson out.
Yeah, Crocker Johnson really plays, a physical style of basketball, and he's the one player that does that for the Gophers. Now they're playing a much smaller lineup, and they're still in this zone defense.
Yep. Here's Reed to Martinelli. Back to Jaden Reed at the top against Osuma. Now looks left, Clayton. Fires to Cheravino. Back to Jordan Clayton. Shot clock at 12. Cheravino on the drive, gets inside, goes to his left hand, lays it in. And the Wildcats are back up by 4, 19-15.
Great drive by Cheravino, who slices through the zone and then finishes with his left hand.
Here's Reynolds to Osuma. Picked up by Clayton at the top. That's man-to-man here. And a near steal there for the Wildcats. Hey, Shinholster in for Minnesota. Here's Reynolds. Tough shot, no good. Rebound off of Martinelli, I believe. Nope. It's going to be Northwestern ball or Minnesota ball. Let's see which way they go in here. I thought it was off of Nick.
And Coach James is saying it's our ball, but the officials are awarding the ball to the Golden Gophers.
And the Wildcats are not going to challenge. Osuma into Tyson. Return feed to Osuma. Little floater from underneath is good. Osuma with 5. 2-point Northwestern lead, 19-17. High Shinholster, 6'5" freshman in there now for Minnesota. Here's Clayton at the top. Fires it right corner. Cheravino, 3, no. Rebound, volleyballed around. Martinelli gets it back and gets fouled by Shinholster.
And there's the uncanny rebounding ability of Nick Martinelli in a crowd, tips the ball to himself, and then goes up for the shot and gets fouled. And they're calling it on the floor instead of a shooting foul.
I thought it was shooting foul. It's not. Reed will throw it in. Page in the left corner. Drives on Grove. Short jumper won't go. Rebound controlled by Minnesota. Here comes Reynolds. Clayton there to defend. He drives past him, misses the layup, but they will count it. Goaltending.
Yeah, Reynolds quick in getting down in transition, and Page tries to track him down, but couldn't get there in time.
And we're tied again at 19, 7:57 to go. First half on the go, and want to stay connected to live college sports anywhere in the country. Download the free Varsity Network app, available on Apple and Android. With new features this season, it's easier than ever to listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. Don't miss a moment. Get the Varsity Network app now. Wildcats fans, score a basket for your taste buds on game days with Odyssey Brands Greek yogurt and feta cheese made by 4 generations of master cheesemakers and available at your local grocer. 19 all, Northwestern and Minnesota. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Home practice is about to begin. Your daughter's new tap shoes? Loud. Your son's new tuba? Louder. But you got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with $50 overdraft grace zone. So if you lose track of expenses buying some noise-canceling and sanity-saving headphones, we've got your back. You got this with $50 overdraft grace zone from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
The break's over. Let's get you back to Wildcat basketball. Again, here's Dave Ennett.
Ozinga's purpose is to make a positive impact in the community, which is why they're the proud sponsor of the Together Building Better promotion. For every point Northwestern men's and women's basketball team scores this season, Ozinga will donate $1 to the NU Dance Marathon. Thank you, Ozinga, for your support to this great cause. Go Cats! Let's find out what else is happening on this first Saturday in January here at Walsh-Ryan Arena. Mark Carmen.
Dave, the Big Ten games are coming up later. Local action. Kent State beat NIU 77-73. Dayton came back to get Loyola 70-68. DePaul winner over Xavier 86-77. Next up tonight in Big Ten, Iowa hosting UCLA. That's at 5. And then later, Illinois at Penn State. Purdue at Wisconsin.
Illinois and Penn State playing in Philly today, tonight at the Palestra.
Famous venue.
That is 19 all. Nick Martinelli will throw it in. A little backcourt pressure here from Minnesota. And Reed will bring the ball up against Shinholster. Tie game, 19 apiece. There's Sherabino at the top. Feeds it inside. Martinelli, quick turnaround jumper, won't go. The rebound taken by Grove for Minnesota.
Yeah, Cats have been getting some really good looks inside, but rushing the shots.
There's Reynolds, wide on the left against Martinelli. Jab step, gives to Shinholster, gets it back from Shinholster. Reynolds curling right, feeds Grove. Inside, all by himself underneath is Shinholster for a layup.
Hey, defensive breakdown, and Minnesota now outscoring the Cats in the paint 16-6, and that's been the big difference in this ball game early days.
6-0 run for the Gophers. They take a 21-19 lead. Here's Reed. It's a screen from Martinelli. Cross-court feed Sherabino. Shot clock at 12. Sherabino, one dribble quickly to Reed. Shot clock down to 10. Reed between the rings. Page the screen. Reed trying to shake free of Shinholster. Turns, leans in, jumper up, got it just in time, and we're tied at 21.
Nice up and under move by Jaden Reed. Minnesota's defense really slowing the Cats' offense down. There are going to be some adjustments, I'm sure, that are going to be made throughout the ball game.
Bobble by Shinholster gives to Tyson. Check back now. Awesome. Spots Reynolds popping out on top. Reynolds gets it back from Grove. Martinelli staying with him. He drives to the baseline. Cut off there. Can't get a shot up. Can't get a pass away. Now he does. Awesome. Three. No good. Rebound Sherabino. Clayton was on the deck there, and he had a wide open three. Reed, hard bounce. Clayton left corner, runs the baseline, fires it to an open Sherabino for three, and it's good from the right corner. Angelo Sherabino, and the Cats are back in front, 24-21.
And an unselfish play by Jordan as he had a layup, but spotted his teammate as he broke down the defense for the three.
Angelo needed that, just 2 for 15 from three coming into the game. Knocks down that one, second attempt of the ball game. Here's Grove, swings it left. Awesome, fires it underneath, and down goes Tyson. Knocked down by, Clayton and Reed were both there.
Yeah, Tyson cuts from the weak side and gets switched up on Clayton and Reed. Little mismatch in size. And the Cats commit the foul.
Foul on Clayton. It will send Tyson to the line. Tyson, this will be his 108th free throw attempt of the season, and he misses. An 81% free throw shooter. He is second in the Big Ten in free throw attempts. For the Wildcats, Singleton, Green, Martinelli, West, and Clayton, who picked up the foul. And this free throw is good for Tyson. And Tyson with, so far, 3 points. Cats would like to keep him quiet. West back in for the Wildcats. Feeds Green, drives left baseline, reversed it up and in. Baseline drive by Max Green, reverse layup, and the Cats are up by 4, 26-22.
Green giving Tyson a little taste of his own medicine with the pump fake, and then the drive all the way to the rack.
There's Reynolds, feeds Grove, high post against Martinelli. Hands it off, bobbled by Tyson, catches. Now off to Osima. Grove's got it against Martinelli. Back to Reynolds, 8 to shoot. Reynolds against Singleton. Drives on Trey, and he'll pick up his second foul.
Singleton, again, being switched out on a smaller player, is going to learn as the season goes on to give the quicker player just a half a step and not shade him, but play him straight up. For really good offensive players, spot those angles and attack.
Third team foul on the Cats. Page back in for the Wildcats. Singleton out. Tyson will inbound left sideline. 5 minutes to go to the half. 4-point Northwestern lead. There's a high lob over the top, caught by Tyson underneath. Feeds it back outside, and around it goes to Osima. Jump stop in the lane, puts it outside Reynolds. Touch pass to Durkin for 3, no good. Rebound Grove. Back to Osima. And Reynolds has it. Bouncing to Grove, top of the key. Now Durkin, and missed that 3. Fires it underneath. Tyson there. Shot is blocked by West. He gets it back. And then a foul is called. What a play by Jake West against the taller Tyson.
Just not giving up on the play as Tyson with the back cut in the lane has a little bit of an opening, but Jake West with great hustle.
The foul, though, on Page will send Tyson to the free throw line. 1 for 2 a moment ago. Free throw up and good. Tyson got his career high against Texas Southern this year, 38 points in that game back on December 14th. He hit 8 of 12 threes in that game, Billy. Makes 2 free throws here, and the Wildcat lead cut to 2, 26-24. That's a pretty good day. Here's West. Feeds it to Martinelli at the free throw line. Martinelli against Reynolds. He'll take the jumper and drains it.
He just studies the defense. Reynolds is anticipating the drive, and he drops his hands, and Martinelli with the dagger at the free throw strike.
7 for Nick. 4:03 to go first half. 28-24 Northwestern is Reynolds. Angles a pass to Osima for 3. Good. Osima with his second triple of the game. And the second for the Gophers. They're within 1, 28-27.
Reynolds with 10 assists in their last game, Minnesota's last game, showing that you've got to keep him out of the paint.
Here's West. To the left corner, Clayton. Jordan Clayton back to Jake West. Gets a screen from Page. Sends it to Clayton. Into the left corner, Martinelli feeds a hard bounce, bobbled by Page, out of bounds to Minnesota.
Nice pass by Martinelli, and Page and Martinelli talking it over there. Just a little miscommunication, but Cats missed a chance for an easy score.
The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the best tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are family made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our product lineup and for a store locator. Northwestern basketball is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs for protection on the road and on the water. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com. 28-27 Northwestern leads Minnesota. 3:32 for the half. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield.
Dives for lunch.
The Juicy Lucy. Essentially, it's a burger, but with cheese on the inside.
James Beard Award winners for dinner.
French techniques, but Midwestern ingredients. It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Northwestern fans, come hang out at Jake Melnick's Corner Tap, Chicago's favorite sports bar. A place that has something for everyone, including students. Show your valid student ID to get 15% off your bill and enjoy everything from great burgers, award-winning wings, and a wide selection of craft beer and cocktails. Can't make it to Jake's but looking for game day fuel? Head to JakeMelnicks.com for takeout and delivery options. Jake Melnick's Corner Tap at 41 East Superior Street. Come join us.
In Minnesota, we don't hide from winter. We embrace it. When there's a nip in the air, we take on the trails. For every layer you wear, there's a new experience waiting for you.
It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Stay local. Get Chicago's news first with Lisa Dent. Weekdays at 2 on WGN.
Keep up to date on the Wildcats by downloading the Northwestern app. Receive game day updates and news for all your favorite Northwestern teams. Access your mobile ticketing account and order in venue for the comfort of your seat. Search for the Northwestern Wildcats on the App Store and Google Play Store today. 28-27 Northwestern with 3:32 to go in the half. The Wildcats are shooting 52% here. 50% rather, 11 of 22. Minnesota is at 52%. But the Wildcats are being out-rebounded, Billy, 13-7.
Well, Dave, and one of the reasons the Gophers are shooting 52%, they've got 16 of their 27 points in the paint. And we've seen a series of back cuts. Chris Collins talked about that in the pregame show, about how well this team moves without the basketball. Cats have had a couple of offensive mix-ups, and it's resulted in some easy scores inside.
That's with their first turnover to the game. Here's Reynolds, and there's a turnover by Minnesota. Green ends up with the ball from Reynolds. Reed into the front court to Green. Looks left, passes right, Martinelli. Martinelli played by Tyson. Got Page at the top against Grove. Underhand scoop to Reed. Reed kicks it out. A long three by Green. No good. Rebound Page on the weak side. Out to Reed. Reed drives, turns the corner. Short jumper good by Jaden Reed. And the Cats are up 30-27. Jaden Reed leading the Wildcats with 9 points.
And really good body control that time as the shot was challenged by Osama.
Here's Reynolds at the other end on the baseline. Angles a pass to Durkin, around to Tyson. And now they get it to Osama for three. Good again. His third three here in the first half. This one from the right corner, and we're tied at 30.
And the Gophers emulating the Cats' ball movement on offense. Another open three for the Gophers.
They've hit 3 threes, have all been from Osama. Here is Shervino to Green on the right. Picks up his dribble, fires it into Martinelli, a little bit off the mark, and it's taken the other way by Osama. Durkin to Tyson inside. Reed knocks the ball away, but a foul on Jaden Reed.
Yeah, one of the few miscues by the Cats. A turnover leading to potential points in transition, but Jaden Reed with the foul was going to make Tyson earn those points at the free throw line.
And that's turnovers on 2 of their last 3 possessions as Tyson steps to the line. Free throw good. Tyson last year played sparingly at North Carolina. Played 2 years at Belmont where he averaged about 15 points a game. And he makes them both.
And a nice crowd here this afternoon, hoping the Cats can pull this one out.
Minnesota goes back up by 2, 32-30. 2:03 to go till halftime. Here is Reed at the top. 4-3, no. Long rebound, and Shervino overran it. He was cutting to the basket. Durkin takes it the other way. Durkin out to Osama, spinning, rakes out of the lane. Bounces back out to Reynolds. And now Tyson back to Osama on the right against Martinelli. Wraparound feed for Grove. Grove, left wing, Durkin. Durkin, skip pass. There's Reynolds on the baseline. Double team there. Gets it inside to Durkin. He muscles it up, misses. Green grabs the rebound. The Cats have it. Down 2, a minute 24 to go in the half. Here's Jaden Reed, who's had the hot hand for the Cats. Reed out in front. Hard bounce to Martinelli. The high low to Page for the dunk from Martinelli, and we're tied at 32.
We saw that one earlier, and it didn't connect. But that time, a great pass by Martinelli to a back-cutting Page.
Now here's Reynolds behind the back dribble, near steal by Page. Reynolds keeps it. Tyson to Osama on the left against Jaden Reed. Now return feed for Tyson. Reynolds has it right of the circle. Reynolds fires it inside. Grove, his shot blocked by Page, but counted. Goaltending. And Minnesota's back in front.
Yeah, good back cut there by Grove again. Page trying to overplay the pass and did recover to block the shot, but with the goaltend, the Gophers with a 2-point lead and 50 seconds remaining in the half.
And Chris Collins takes time out here. Find holiday gifts on their wish list and yours with ease this season and get great deals along the way at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. 34-32, Minnesota the lead. Gophers 15-17 a year ago. They were in a tie with Northwestern and a few others at 7-13 in the conference. Good for a tie for 12th. They played the Cats in the Big Ten tournament and lost 72-64. Then brought in Nico Medved to replace Ben Johnson at Colorado State from 2019 through last season. Took the Rams to 3 NCAA tournaments. Before that, coached at Drake and at Furman. He's one of a number of new coaches making an impact already this year of the Big Ten. Nick Martinelli will inbound for the Cats. Green, Page, Cherubino, and Reed out there. And Reed will bring it up. 20-second differential, shot clock to game clock. Cats are down by 2. Here's Reed in the front court. To Cherubino, working against this Minnesota zone. Hard bounce from Reed into Page. Drives under the basket, reverses it up and in. It spins home for Page, and we're tied at 34.
Page returning the favor on Grove, who is going to have a difficult time defending Page if the Cats continue to work inside to him.
Here's Reynolds, senior out of Denver, pounds the dribble. We're down to 15. Final seconds winding down here in the first half. They play for the final shot. Reynolds starts to his left now, driving right, kicking to Tyson. A 3 for the lead, in and out. Rebound Martinelli, and that will do it for the first half of play. And we're all even after 20 minutes here in Evanston. Northwestern 34 and Minnesota 34. The Wildcats shooting 52%. The Gophers shooting 52%. We have had 4 lead changes, 7 ties here in the first half. And after 20 minutes, these teams have divided 68 points evenly, 34-34, as we bring in assistant coach Brian James. They seem to be getting most of their points on back cuts around the basket. How do you take that over?
Well, we're trying like heck. We practiced it for 3 days. They test your discipline, and they are extremely quick offensively. Reynolds is by far the most powerful guard that we've played against. He's rejecting ball screens at the top. They're trying to run a flat ball screen. He drives it to his right, rejects the screen, and then we have to help, so he kicks it to the weak side for threes. But they're very good at, if you deny, they're back cutting to the rim. They've gotten 2 or 3 layups that way. They've set weak side flares, and we've protected the basket, but then they skip it to the weak side. And luckily, we've deflected a few out of bounds. This team Minnesota is as good of running their half-court offense as any team that we will play this year. They are very quick. They work a lot on their offense. They only have 7 healthy players, so they go a lot of 5-on-0, and they're good. They're hard cuts. They got great counters. Their skip passes are right on the money. It's going to be a tough game to win.
Yeah, Coach, how is they're switching to a zone defense impacted your offense in the first half?
Yeah, we knew that, and I thought we've done pretty good in the zone. We got to get Max Green in there a little bit more when they do go zone, but they switch them. They switch them a lot, the defenses, and we hit Nick in the middle, and he's made a couple of nice lobs to AP down low. But we got to punish them inside, and they're getting us in the paint. So it's going to be a paint game. whoever scores the most points in the paint.
And that was going to be my second question there. It looked like Aaron Page had some success down low.
He did. And a lot of it's high-low passes from Nick. And then J.R. Reed has made some good plays for himself and our team.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck.
All righty.
That's Wildcat assistant Brian James. Halftime, 34-all, Northwestern and Minnesota. We'll be right back with the halftime show brought to you by the Village of Bedford Park. Bring your business home. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield.
Allegra is a full-service marketing company providing customized marketing, printing, mailing, and signage solutions to meet your business goals. Allegra offers a wide variety of creative solutions that are tailored to each business's unique challenges, from printing services and custom signs to mailing services and promotional marketing. Call Allegra in Evanston at 847-864-9797 or visit AllegraEvanston.com to learn more. Every game starts with teamwork, and at Goodwill, we believe in the same thing. When you shop secondhand, you're helping create jobs, strengthen communities, and give every item a second chance to shine. From game day looks to sustainable style, your next win starts at Goodwill. Visit GoodwillGreaterMC.org to find your nearest store. Goodwill, style with purpose, built for Wildcats.
It's Wildcat basketball halftime. Northwestern basketball is presented by Wintrust, Chicago's bank and official bank of Northwestern Athletics. Northwestern Medicine, proudly leading the way towards better health care. Athletico, physical therapy partner of Northwestern Athletics. SeatGeek, official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of Northwestern Athletics. And Odyssey Brands Greek Yogurt and Feta Cheese, preferred Greek Yogurt and Feta Cheese of Northwestern Athletics. Here's the voice of the Cats, Dave Ennett.
Time now for the Northwestern basketball halftime show presented by the Village of Bedford Park. Bring your business home. Dave Ennett, Billy McKinney back here at Welsh Ryan Arena. And a good one so far. Northwestern and Minnesota all even at 34 here at the half. The Wildcats led in scoring by Jaden Reed with 9 points. Isaac Osama has 11 to lead the Golden Gophers. Billy, we talked a little bit about Minnesota's depth issues because they have a limited bench. They're just dealing with limited numbers. They're playing 7 guys. They've lost 2 players for the season to injuries. And if you look at the box score here at halftime, 3 other guys played every minute of the first half. And that's an area in which the Wildcats might have a little bit of an advantage when it gets down to crunch time.
Well, especially if the Cats can pick up the pace of the play. Right now, they're playing a slower pace to this ball game, and when you have a limited numbers, you have to monitor the pace of play, especially on the road. Cats try to control the pace of play when they're visiting other ball clubs, and if the Cats with the depth can get up and down and get some stops. Minnesota shot 52% in the first half. They can get out and run a little bit, then that's going to have an impact on those guys playing a lot of minutes.
Jaden Reed leads the Wildcats with 9 points. Nick Martinelli has averaged over the last 7 games 26 points, has 7 here at halftime. How would you like to be able to listen to us while synced up to your TV in the comfort of your own home? Go to syncmygame.com, syncmygame.com to find out how. Mark Carmen has more of our Village of Bedford Park halftime show in a moment. At the half, Northwestern and Minnesota tied at 34 is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield.
Ozinga is a 4th-generation family-owned American business that provides quality bulk materials and diverse concrete solutions delivered where you need it, when you need it. With the help of our extensive network of transportation services, including truck, rail, barge, and ship terminals across the Midwest, Ozinga makes a positive impact on individuals, their families, and the community for generations by providing concrete, aggregates, and cement that help build a better future. For more information, visit ozinga.com. Hey, Wildcat fans, it's college basketball season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Alley Oops. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Northwestern basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Northwestern Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats! SeatGeek.
Northwestern fans, come hang out at Jake Melnick's Corner Tap, Chicago's favorite sports bar. A place that has something for everyone, including students. Show your valid student ID to get 15% off your bill and enjoy everything from great burgers, award-winning wings, and a wide selection of craft beer and cocktails. Can't make it to Jake's but looking for game day fuel? Head to JakeMelnicks.com for takeout and delivery options. Jake Melnick's Corner Tap at 41 East Superior Street. Come join us.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Northwestern University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
34 apiece, the Cats and the Gophers. We are at the half at Welsh Ryan Arena. Good first half of basketball. See if the Cats can get a little distance between themselves here coming up in the second half. Mark Harmon with you as we do our out-of-town scores, proudly sponsored by Explore Minnesota. Score a lifetime of memories by planning your dream trip at exploreminnesota.com. All the Big Ten action is coming up later today. Iowa, the Hawkeyes hosting UCLA. That's a 5 o'clock tip, so about 10 minutes from now. 6 o'clock, Illinois on the road at Penn State. This Dave was telling you that is in Philadelphia at the iconic Palestra. And then Purdue and Wisconsin, your final one tonight. That one tips off at 7. Finals in the state today. DePaul hangs on to beat Xavier 86-77. Loyola was up big, double digits for a while, but they end up losing by 2 in Rogers Park. So Dayton 70-68, and Kent State beat NIU 77-73. Cats at the Gophers tied at 34 will come on back with one question with Billy McKinney, the segment that is sweeping the nation. This is Northwestern Basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield.
In this town, we know toughness. We fight through pain, get knocked down, and get back up. At Athletico, we bring that same heart to recovery. We don't just treat injuries, we see your drive, your purpose. We build recovery plans around your goals. Because you've already done the hard part. Now comes the power, the confidence, the comeback. Move like you mean it. Start today at Athletico.com. Physical therapy partner of the Northwestern Wildcats.
Are you ready for the ultimate transportation experience? Look no further than Windy City Limousine and Bus Worldwide, an official transportation partner of the Northwestern Wildcats. Our top-of-the-line fleet will cater to your every need. Sit back, relax, and leave the driving to our professional chauffeurs. Whether you're heading to campus, exploring the Windy City, or attending special events, Windy City Limousine has got you covered. Visit WindyCityLimos.com or call us at 866-94-WINDY to book your ride today. Stay windy and go Cats.
Now, let's get you back to Wildcat basketball. Here's the voice of the Cats, Dave Ennett.
Dave coming back in a couple of minutes. About 5 minutes to go at halftime. They're 34 apiece. Billy, this is a game the Wildcats need. You know what stood out to me in the first half was Nick looks a lot more comfortable shooting that jump shot. He's obviously worked on it a ton.
Oh, he's worked on it a ton in the offseason, and he's one of the hardest workers I've ever seen in this program. And he makes scoring look so easy because he takes what the defense gives him, which is what you need to do as a good offensive player.
It's just super interesting when you think about everybody goes on the court and they basically in some way, shape, or form try to play the same way. And Nick's game is completely unique to him, but he's adding in some of the, what everybody else does now.
Again, he takes what the defense gives him and in his own quirky way. One of the things that he does so great is offensive rebound. And he's not a great leaper. It's position. It's quick jumping, tipping the ball to himself, and then getting another shot up. But he is so fun to watch. But he's going to need some help here in the second half. Singleton didn't have the game that he had against Howard. He needs to pick up in the second half. And the Cats have to expedite this pace a little bit, especially with this truncated Gophers lineup.
I like that. Get up and down. All right, Billy, have a great second half.
All right, Merry New Year.
Merry New Year. We did 2 questions today, breaking the rules. Dave and Billy, second half action coming right on up. 34 apiece, the Cats and the Gophers. This is Northwestern Basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield.
If you aren't paying with a Northwestern Athletics debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, are you really a Northwestern fan? Of course you are, but swiping with purple and white is much more fun. Pay with Wildcat Pride every time with the official Northwestern Athletics debit card. Get yours when you open an eligible Wintrust Community Banks account. Visit wintrust.com/Northwestern to choose an eligible account and score your Northwestern card. Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Member FDIC. Specialty debit cards not available for all Wintrust Community Bank account types, charters, and branches.
America has an undeniable, unstoppable energy. At Constellation, our energy matches yours. We're generating electricity 24/7 with hydro, wind, solar, and the nation's largest carbon-free nuclear fleet. Enough clean energy to power 15 million homes today, and a commitment to helping you build a brighter tomorrow. Power on, America. Learn more at constellationenergy.com/poweron.
Northwestern fans, come hang out at Jake Melnick's Corner Tap, Chicago's favorite sports bar. A place that has something for everyone, including students. Show your valid student ID to get 15% off your bill and enjoy everything from great burgers, award-winning wings, and a wide selection of craft beer and cocktails. Can't make it to Jake's but looking for game day fuel? Head to JakeMelnicks.com for takeout and delivery options. Jake Melnick's Corner Tap at 41 East Superior Street. Come join us. Abbott in the Big Ten, 18 schools, one blood drive competition with a life-saving purpose. We give blood. This season, your one donation helped save up to 3 lives. And together, we saved over 200,000. But the need for blood never stops. So keep your sleeves rolled up. Keep giving blood. Keep saving lives. Visit big10.org/Abbott to donate.
Listen to me, Lou Manfredini, on House Smarts Radio, Saturday mornings from 6 to 10 on WGN.
And except for the second half here at Welsh Ryan Arena, Northwestern and Minnesota tied at 34. Here's how the scoring went in the first half. The Wildcats, Jaden Reed leads all scorers for the Wildcats with 9 points. 8 points for Arrington Page, 7 points for Nick Martinelli, 5 points for Angelo Cheravino, and 5 points for Max Green. The Wildcats shot 52%, 14-27, 33% from three-point land, 4 out of 12. They made their only 2 free throw attempts. That was Page. They were out-rebounded by Minnesota 14-10. They had 8 assists, just 2 turnovers, 2 blocks, and 2 steals. For the Golden Gophers, leading scorer Isaac Osama with 11, 7 for Cade Tyson, 6 for Langston Reynolds, 4 each for Jalen Crocker Johnson and Grayson Grove, and 2 for Kai Shinholster. Minnesota shot 52%, 13 of 25, 3 of 9 from 3, 33%, 83% from the line, 5 out of 6. That was all Tyson. Those are your energizing highlights of the first half, powered by Constellation. To learn more, visit constellation.com/energy. Constellation, the preferred energy provider for Northwestern University Athletics. Quickly, 10 for ID. This is Northwestern Wildcat basketball.
This is ESPN Chicago, WNVP, WTBC, HD2 Chicago, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Today's official game sponsor is Explore Minnesota. Explore Minnesota is a proud partner of Northwestern Athletics. This has been the Northwestern Basketball Halftime Show presented by the Village of Bedford Park. Bring your business home. Nick Martinelli inbounds to Jaden Reed. Second half underway. Cats go right to left. Martinelli at 3. No good off the back iron. Rebounded by Osama for the Golden Gophers.
And the Gophers come out in a man-to-man defense. Look for them to do what they did in the first half, is to mix up with some zone.
Tie game 34-all. Here's Osama lobbing ahead. Crocker Johnson in the high post against Page. Holds and looks. Hands Osama. Quick release 3. No good. Rebounded by Page.
Nice box out by Arrington.
Osama at 3 threes. All 3 of Minnesota's threes in the first half, and he misses there. Here's Reed. Circling right. Step back 3 by Reed. Good! And the Wildcats are back in front. We've had 3 shots here in the opening 46 seconds. They've all been threes. Only one of them went down. That was Jaden Reed.
And Jaden Reed really confused the defense that time. Got him drifting back into the paint, leaving him wide open.
Reynolds jump pass. Crocker Johnson shoots over Page and scores with the left hand.
Boy, Crocker Johnson with the ability to score around the basket with either hand makes him tough because he plays so physical.
Here is Reed to Martinelli against Reynolds and fouled by Reynolds as Nick put the ball on the deck.
Yeah, Langston Reynolds with 6 points and 5 assists in the first half. Again, in their last ball game, he had 10 assists. And as Brian James said, he is really tough to defend out on the perimeter because of his quickness and strength.
Had 3 steals last game. Here's Martinelli to Reed off a Nick screen. Gets to the foul line. No look feed to Sheravino, right corner. Angles it back to Reed. And now Martinelli left baseline against Tyson. Steps through a double team. Puts it up and scores.
How did he get that through the defense? Martinelli looked like he was completely out of control there. Scores with his right hand through the contact.
9 for Martinelli. Cats lead by 3, 39-36. Here's Reynolds driving to the basket, scoops it up and in.
And there's that man again going to his right.
8 for Reynolds, 39-38 Northwestern, 18 minutes to go, second half. Reed picked up by Osuma. Looks for Clayton, around to Sheravino beyond the three-point line. Leaves it for Martinelli on the right wing. Martinelli against Reynolds, drives right baseline. Double team there, bounces out to Page. Shot clock at 7. Page will put up a fadeaway jumper, no good, he got fouled.
He gets bailed out there. Wow. Great play for the Cats as Crocker Johnson. Okay, Tyson actually fouls Page on a fadeaway jump shot with the shot clock running down.
First foul on Tyson. And Arrington Page to the free throw line. This, by the way, the first time that Jaden Reeves hit 2 threes or more in a game since the Virginia game, which was the Wildcats' first loss out in West Virginia as Page misses the first free throw attempt.
And the Cats with only 2 free throws in the first half.
Second free throw attempt by Page. That was no good. And the rebound, Reynolds. They struggled from the line a bit the other night against Howard, going 22 of 34. A lot of attempts. And missed a lot. Here's Crocker Johnson, left-hand dribble. And a reach-in foul called on Page.
Page trying to prevent Crocker Johnson from getting to his desired spot in the offense as he was looking to hand off. And just gets a little too handsy.
Tyson will inbound right in front of the Minnesota bench. They're working around to Reynolds, driving on Clayton. Some help from Martinelli, and there's a foul.
Langston Reynolds just gets a half a step on Jordan Clayton as Jordan Clayton tries to go for the steal. And once he gets through there, it's
second foul on Clayton. Free throw by Reynolds, good. And we are tied. Reynolds, 46% free throw shooter. And this is an area in which the Wildcats would seem to have an advantage. Minnesota, 303rd in the nation in free throw percentage, but so far today, not a problem. They've hit a point, 40-39. There's Reed. Justin Mullins back in, gives it back to Jade. Circles left, drives through traffic, kicks outside to Clayton. Clayton to Mullins, working to the right. Mullins up top, Page, a straight on 3. Yeah! Arrington Page for 3. And the Wildcats are back in front, 42-40. Well, he missed a couple free throws, then steps back a few feet, knocks down a triple, and Osuma answers with a 3 at the other end, his 4th of the game.
Well, the Cats gamble on the perimeter, try to go for the pass, leaving Osuma open on the right side of the floor for another 3.
Minnesota back up by a point. Osuma, 4 of 6 from 3. Here's Clayton looking for Page, and they'll take a jumper for the right corner. That won't go. That's a one and done. Here comes Reynolds the other way. Reynolds accelerating to the rim. His pass deflected by Mullins, stolen by the Cats. 3-on-2 on the break. Mullins layup good. And the Wildcats regained the lead, 44-43. First points for Justin Mullins, who made it happen at both ends.
Exactly. Cats forcing one of the rare turnovers by the Gophers.
Now to the other end, here's Osima looking for help. Lobs to Reynolds. Reynolds back to the right. Osima now low on the right. Crocker Johnson out to Osima. That three no good. Rebounded underneath. Tyson had his shot blocked by Page. And the ball deflected out of bounds. Northwestern ball.
Wow, what a great block by Page there. Cats get a break there. It looked like the ball went off of Jaden Reed.
It did. Chicagoland for premium apparel and promotional products. Look no further than IAS Branding. Proud partner of Northwestern Athletics, the industry standard in corporate athletic and event merchandise. IAS Branding is your one-stop solution to bring your brand to life. Visit IASbranding.com to learn more. Northwestern leads Minnesota 44-43, 15:40 to go second half. This Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield.
Odyssey Greek yogurt and feta cheese are produced with 4 generations of our family's expertise and commitment. We start with the best dairy farms providing high-quality milk so you can feel good about what you feed your family. Odyssey Greek yogurt and feta cheese, proud partner of Northwestern Athletics, now available at your local grocer. Give your loved ones, friends, and colleagues a gift they'll be sure to make use of. Mouth-watering steaks from the Lynn's Shop. You can choose from an array of aged USDA prime steaks, roast seafood, and more. If you know someone who loves a good steak, why not treat them to some quality beef from Lynn's that will fill their stomach and their heart? Give the gift of premium beef at thelynnshop.com and use code GOCATS for 20% off. Brought to you by Meats by Lynn's, the preferred partner of legendary steakhouses worldwide since 1963. Odyssey Greek yogurt and feta cheese are produced with 4 generations of our family's expertise and commitment. We start with the best dairy farms providing high-quality milk so you can feel good about what you feed your family. Odyssey Greek yogurt and feta cheese, proud partner of Northwestern Athletics, now available at your local grocer.
Bob Surratt gets you going weekday mornings at 6 on WGN Radio.
Wildcat fans, Game Day Spirit has you covered in-store or online for the best Northwestern Game Day essentials. Shop top brands like Under Armour, Champion, and Tommy Bahama, all at the official fan store of the Northwestern Wildcats. Shop in-store at 1807 Central in Evanston or online 24/7 at shop.nusports.com. Game Day Spirit, where Wildcat fans shop. We're tied at halftime. The Wildcats have outscored Minnesota by 1 in the opening 4 minutes and 20 seconds of the second half, and they lead 44-43. They'll have the ball out of this stoppage. Cats are led by Jaden Reed with 12 points. Harrison Page with 11. Isaac Osima, one shy of his season high. He's scored 15 twice. He's got 14 at the moment. Osima, the only returnee off of last year's Minnesota squad. They lost their top 5 scorers of last year's team, including Dawson Garcia, who seems like he was a Gopher forever.
Well, Osima showing that he can fit in with a new group and prosper.
Yep.
And Cats can't afford to leave him open too many more times this afternoon.
That's bringing up. Here's Clayton probing in the lane. Out to Reed. He's got Durkin on him. Now they switch. And now he'll take a 3, and Durkin fouls him. Durkin closing out on him as Reed let that ball fly. And Jaden Reed will go to the free throw line with a chance to extend this lead. He'll have 3 shots.
You know, taller players always want to block the shot of a smaller player, but that time Jaden Reed, just so crafty with the ball, forces Durkin to foul him out of Glenbard West.
Yep.
High school of my former teammate, Bob Hildebrand, who was in the house today.
Yes, he is. Saw Bobby beforehand.
They were 22-4 his senior year. They had a really good team. Him and Jim Molinaro.
Oh, sure. Jim Molinari. First free throw good. Second free throw good. A former coach of Minnesota, by the way.
Yeah.
Jim Molinari. Longtime assistant at DePaul. Coached at Bradley in Northern Illinois. Another free throw attempt coming here for Reed. The Wildcats leading free throw shooter, and he makes all three, and the Cats are up by 4, 47-43. That's one shy of their largest lead of the game.
Well, we know this game is going to go back and forth and back, Dave. These are two evenly matched ball clubs.
Here's Crocker Johnson, manages to get it to Tyson on the drive, bangs into Singleton, gets it to go. Are they going to count the basket? I think the officials are talking it over. He made the shot, he was fouled. Count the basket. And one here for Tyson.
Boy, Mullins.
Singleton picks up his third.
Yeah, and Mullins. Hear the displeasure of the crowd on that as they play the replay. But the continuation on the move, but Justin Mullins allows Tyson to go into the middle of the defense. And having Trey Singleton pick up a foul here.
Tyson at the line for the and one. Cheravino in for Singleton. Third team foul. Team foul's even.
And third foul for Singleton here.
So he's out. Cheravino in. Free throw good. 10 for Tyson. 1 point Northwestern lead, 47-46. 15 minutes to go. No one said this one was going to be easy. Or
None
any
of the
one
game.
for that matter.
Exactly, Dave. None of the games in the Big Ten.
Here's Clayton into Martinelli. Gets inside. Lays it in with the left hand.
Again, Minnesota switches to the zone. Cats throw the ball into the middle of the zone to their moneymaker, Martinelli, who scores inside.
11 for Nick. Third Wildcat in double figures. Durkin for three. No good. Weak side rebound. Reed. Because Martinelli, Crocker Johnson hit the deck. They lob. Reed to Cheravino for the dunk. And the Cats go up by 5, matching their largest lead.
What a play by Cheravino. That pass looked like it was sailing out of bounds. Looked like he was repelled down from the rafters.
And this crowd starting to get into it now. 51-46 Northwestern. Crocker Johnson almost looked like that dribble got away. And here's a steal by Cheravino. Cheravino to Clayton. Missed the layup. Martinelli there for the layup. And the Cats go up by 7. Timeout, Minnesota.
Cheravino making it happen on the defensive end after the explosive dunk. And Martinelli with an offensive rebound and putback. Cats up by 7.
You talk about the dunk by Cheravino. How about that lob pass, though? The alley-oop from Reed. You're right, it did look too high, but it was right on the money.
It certainly was, and that's a very tough play to make, and you have to have great communication between the passer and the player going for the lob, but confidence as well, which was demonstrated.
From outlet malls, winter markets, and boutique gift shops to the country's largest indoor mall, Minnesota is home to some of the best shopping in the country. Make any day a snow day and get some retail therapy. Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com. Northwestern on a 6-0 run to take a 53-46 lead on the Gophers. This Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield.
At Guzman y Gomez, we are fast food athletes say yes to. As a proud sponsor of Northwestern Athletics, GYG is serving up real clean burritos, bowls, nachos, and more. Made fresh daily right here in Evanston and across Chicagoland. Stop by our restaurants in Naperville, Schaumburg, Crystal Lake, Buffalo Grove, Deerfield, Des Plaines, and of course, Evanston. GYG is here to fuel the community, whether it's dining in our restaurant, ordering through our GoMex app, or even catering with delicious food that's fast, fresh, and full of good vibes. Guzman y Gomez, fast food athletes say yes to.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Troy Murray. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing, the #1 premium composite decking brand, tough enough to handle anything. It looks like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industrial-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at timbertech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
When John Williams talks, people listen. Weekdays 10 to 2 on WGN Radio.
$14 minutes to go, second half. Minnesota using a timeout here with the Wildcats on a run, fueled by Angelo Cheravino, Nick Martinelli. Cats are shooting 58%. But if you look at this half, Billy. They've come out shooting 78%, and they have opened up a 7-point lead, largest of the game.
And they've done it with defense. Again, Brian James talked about the necessity for the Cats to pick up their defense to reduce the amount of back cuts and points in the paint, and they've done that with some aggressive perimeter defense. And Martinelli, boy, that lob pass and this finish, I'd be playing, if I was running the projector here or the screen, I'd be playing that over and over again for the fans to delight in that terrific play.
Jaden Reed, 15. Nick Martinelli, 13. Arrington Page, 11, leading the Cats.
Nice balance by the Cats.
Minnesota ball. Here's Tyson to Reynolds. Feeds Osima. And now pass on the baseline, deflected out, I think, by Mullins, intended for Tyson on the left baseline. It'll be Minnesota ball, 16 on the shot clock.
Yeah, Minnesota trying to post up Tyson on Mullins, thinking that they have an advantage from a size standpoint.
I lob one handed out in front by Reynolds. Crosses over. Jump pass for Osima. They get it in. Crocker Johnson. Turnaround jumper won't go. Rebound Martinelli.
Martinelli with good defense on Crocker Johnson, forcing the errant shot.
Reed across the midcourt line with 13:27 to go. Here's Reed on the right wing. Now jogs out to the middle of the floor. Feeds Clayton. Back to Mullins. Inside Martinelli. Now to Sheravino for three. No good. From the right corner. Rebounded by Osima. And to Durkin. Right wing against Sheravino. Durkin one hands it to Tyson. Tyson near the logo. Little collision between Sheravino and Tyson. They play on. Now Crocker Johnson. Osima. Shot clock at 12. And a foul called off the ball on Jordan Clayton. And that'll be his third.
Yeah, Langston Reynolds trying to back cut Jordan Clayton. And Jordan Clayton, another tough customer physically, just bodies him up.
Here comes Max Green in for Clayton. We have not seen the freshman Tyler Kropp today. We have not seen the sophomore KJ Wyndham. We didn't see him the other night either. Inbounds pass will go to Reynolds. Reynolds feeds a bounce into Tyson, shoots over Mullins from close range and scores, and ends that 6-0 Northwestern run.
Yeah, Chris Collins talked about trying to shorten his lineup, trying to play too many players.
53-48 Northwestern. There's Reed at the logo, drives right. Reed into the paint, try to go back door to Sheravino, and there's a collision there, and a foul as Crocker Johnson and Sheravino hit the deck.
Yeah,
foul called on Sheravino.
Yeah, Sheravino is saying, hey, throw it up at the basket. That time he should have throwing it up, kind of just a regular pass, and intercepted by Crocker Johnson.
First foul on Sheravino, 15th foul on the Cats. There's Osima.
And just the third turnover for the Cats this afternoon, Dave.
Osima goes inside. Crocker Johnson double teamed out to Durkin. Reed closes out on him. Skip pass, three ball. No good by Tyson. And the rebound kicked out of bounds by Reed. He had it and just as he tried to gain control of the ball, inadvertently kicked it. So he will come out. Jake West in. Arrington Page in for Sheravino.
Cats had done such a nice job of blocking out Crocker Johnson. And Reed trying to go the other way before he gained full possession of the ball.
All right, Reynolds has the ball knocked away by the Wildcats. 12:03 showing on the clock, 5-point Northwestern lead. Tyson lobs to Crocker Johnson, three-point line quickly to Reynolds. Reynolds looks for Tyson, drives in, works his way around Page and threw it away. West, the steal. As Martinelli and Page both converged on Tyson. And now West, hard bounce inside. Martinelli, layup good.
Martinelli with great inside position, and then the angle of the pass from West was essential to make that play happen.
Martinelli, 15 points, 7-point Northwestern lead, 11:33 to go. There's Tyson guarded by Martinelli. Pass inside, Osima the catch. Lays it in. Green almost denied it, but Osima able to get it, and then he had nobody between him and the basket.
Yeah, Osima says, if you reach, I teach.
55-50 Northwestern. Here's Green. Thought about the three. He's got Durkin on him. Now gets it to Page at the elbow and into Martinelli for a little layup with the left hand.
Yeah, Langston Reynolds cannot defend Nick Martinelli inside, especially when he gets the ball in such great low post position.
17 for Martinelli, 7-point Northwestern lead. Here's Reynolds, holds and looks out in front. Finds Durkin curling to the top. His jumper rattles in. 57-52. Durkin with his first points of the game with 10:40 to go into the second half. Here's Jake West, guarded by Osama. Looks for Mullins, hard bounce to Page, left baseline, goes underneath. There's Martinelli, count it, and a foul.
Great pass by Page, but how about Martinelli sensing the contact before it even occurred and just throwing it up off the glass and getting the score, another foul on Reynolds.
And Nick's finally getting to the free throw line with 10.5 to go, and we have a timeout. Wildcat fans, score a basket for your taste buds on game days with Odyssey Brand's coconut and feta cheese, made by 4 generations of master cheesemakers and available at your local grocer. Northwestern leads Minnesota 59-52, 10:29 remaining. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield.
Experience the best of downtown Evanston when you stay at the Hilton Orrington. The newly renovated hotel features all new guest rooms and suites. This season, score sensational offers close to Northwestern events with seasonal packages and accommodations suited for families, graduates, and sports fans, including unique corner quad accommodations featuring 4 connecting guest rooms and a private corridor. When you want to be in the center of game day action, it matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay. Visit hilton.com/Orrington Evanston to learn more.
If you aren't paying with a Northwestern Athletics debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, are you really a Northwestern fan? Of course you are, but swiping with purple and white is much more fun. Pay with Wildcat Pride every time with the official Northwestern Athletics debit card. Get yours when you open an eligible Wintrust Community Banks account. Visit wintrust.com/Northwestern to choose an eligible account and score your Northwestern card. Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Member FDIC. Specialty debit cards not available for all Wintrust Community Bank account types, charters, and branches.
Lou Manfredini and House Smarts Radio. He has all you need Saturday mornings starting at 6 on WGN.
Attention all Northwestern students and Wildcat fans. Pace Bus now offers quick and stress-free rides from Evanston to O'Hare Airport for just $2. Google Pace Bus Hulse Dempster for more information. Don't forget, we'll be back with you Thursday night from the Breslin Center in East Lansing. The Wildcats' only meeting of the year with the Michigan State Spartans, who lost last night at Nebraska. How about those unbeaten Cornhuskers? And then a week from tomorrow, we'll be in Piscataway, New Jersey. The Wildcats and the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. First things first, 10:29 to go. Northwestern up 59-52. The foul on Langston Reynolds of Minnesota, his second, the 4th team foul. And Nick Martinelli will have the and one when play resumes, a chance to extend this 7-point lead.
Yeah, and the Cats shooting a blistering 71% here in the second half, and doing a much better job here with their efficiency and fluidity with their offense against this Minnesota defense that posed some problems for them in the first half.
For Minnesota, Reynolds, Crocker, Johnson, Durkin, Osama. I mean, it's been basically the same 5 almost, except for Grove playing a bit at Shinholster in the first half. And for the Wildcats, Martinelli, the and one, looking for his 20th point and the 30th 20-point game of his career in this, his 100th game as a Wildcat, and he missed it.
And we have the battle of the 2 top scorers in the Big Ten this afternoon, and Cade Tyson and Martinelli.
Yeah, and so far, Nick has the advantage there. Is awesome at driving, blocked by Page, into the arms of Mullins.
Another terrific defensive play by Arrington Page.
There's Martinelli, right corner, skip pass to Green. Step back 3 by Green, no. And the rebound, Tyson. And there's a steal by Page at the other end, hustling down the court to steal it.
Cats missed him, even though they won the game by 20 points. they miss the defensive energy that this young man provides.
No doubt. Here's Green out in front to Martinelli. Foul line extended right. Martinelli against Tyson. Bangs into Tyson. And an offensive foul called on Martinelli. Right in front of Chris Collins, who is not happy with that call.
Yeah, Cade Tyson looked like he was hit by a feather. But a little acting, which they call a flop, but he got away with it.
First foul on Martinelli. And the Wildcats' fourth turnover of the game. Or actually, should be their fifth, I believe.
Got to sell it. Got to sell the flop.
59-52 Northwestern. Here's Reynolds driving on Nick. Gets inside on the low block. Bounces weak side. Tyson there for a layup. As he relocated to the left side and banked it in. It's 59-54.
Tyson moving without the basketball as Reynolds was locked up on the left side.
West bounces to Page. Hands to Mullins circling right. Justin Mullins to Max Green. Green looking, and a foul off the ball on Minnesota. Called on Tyson.
Yeah, Tyson trying to defend Arrington Page down in the low post. Just not going to happen. He tried to push him out on the floor.
That's will inbound. West to Trigger, baseline right. Into Page, one hands it right corner against Tyson. Driving on Tyson, gets under the basket. His layup hit the bottom of the rim. And then the ball picked up off the floor by Crocker Johnson. Outlets for Durkin. Durkin into the paint against West. Barrels into West and a foul called. And Jake West helped to his feet.
Yeah, West trying to take the charge as Durkin was determined to try to get to the basket. And instead of giving up the easy layup, West almost got there, got his feet set to take the charge, but it was still moving.
First foul on West. Two shots here for Durkin. First one up and no good.
Justice.
Durkin 86% for the line. Singleton in. Reed in as Martinelli and West go out, but probably not for long. We have 8:52 to go in the half. Durkin, another free throw attempt to try to cut this lead to 4 points. And he does. 59-55 Northwestern with 8:52 to go. Jaden Reed brings it up for the Cats. Met by Osima. They've had a pretty good duel here today. Reed spots Singleton, hands it to Mullins. And now back to Jaden Reed. Return feed Mullins, right corner Singleton. Singleton, couple of dribbles, gives it off to Reed. Jaden Reed with 5, with 4. Reed, little runner, no. Rebound Osima. Here comes Minnesota now. Chance to cut into this 4-point lead. Osima bouncing to Crocker Johnson, missed a layup. Foul called on Singleton. That's his 4th.
Wow, it looked like Singleton and Page challenging the shot of Crocker Johnson. As we look at the replay, a little contact after the shot was up.
Well, we said that Martinelli wouldn't be on the bench for long. He's up at the scorer's table. Crocker Johnson, 2 shots, 77% from the line. He makes the first one. Billy, you said early on, this very well could come down to free throw shooting. Singleton out, Martinelli in.
Yeah.
And kind of starting to feel that way as Grove comes in, replacing Durkin for Minnesota.
Yeah, and Trey Singleton having a tough afternoon. 4 fouls
after really one of his best games the other night. Second free throw is no good. Rebound Green. 59-56 Northwestern, 8:12 to go. Jaden Reed walks it up for the Cats. Get the under 8 timeout coming up shortly. Here is Page, top of the 3-point line. A foul off the ball as Martinelli gets hammered to the floor by Crocker Johnson. That's his 3rd. Sixth foul on the Gophers. There are 8 on the Wildcats. 8:01 on the clock. Reed to Trigger. Heaves it to Page, high on the right side out near the scorer's table. Leaves it there for Reed, and the Cats go to work. 7:55 remaining. Jaden Reed moving left with the ball. Now starts back to the right, accelerating, kicks it out to Mullins. Justin Mullins, a bounce for Page. 3 to shoot. Step back 3, no good. Almost banked it in, but it comes off to Crocker Johnson. Osama to the other end. Minnesota can get within 1 or tie with a triple. Osama on the left wing to Grove. Grove holds the ball. Return feed for Osama. Now Tyson to Reynolds with 12 to shoot. Reynolds up top to Grove. Around to Crocker Johnson, 8 to shoot. Back to Grove with 6, with 5. Fires it right side. Here's Tyson driving. Shot blocked by Page. Ball loose on the floor. Should be a shot clock violation. It is.
Boy, Max Green has to thank Arrington Page as his opponent, Kay Tyson, gets by him, but Page with another fabulous block.
Ozinga's purpose is to make a positive impact in the community, which is why they are the proud sponsor of the Together Building Better promotion. For every point Northwestern men's and women's basketball team scores this season, Ozinga will donate $1 to the NU Dance Marathon. Thank you, Ozinga, for your support of this great cause. Go Cats. 7:10 to go. 59-56 Northwestern over Minnesota. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield.
Are you ready for the ultimate transportation experience? Look no further than Windy City Limousine and Bus Worldwide, an official transportation partner of the Northwestern Wildcats. Our top-of-the-line fleet will cater to your every need. Sit back, relax, and leave the driving to our professional chauffeurs. Whether you're heading to campus, exploring the Windy City, or attending special events, Windy City Limousine has got you covered. Visit WindyCityLimos.com or call us at 866-94-WINDY to book your ride today. Stay windy and go Cats.
My friends at Access are the leaders in ADA general contracting since 1990. Access is dedicated to serving those with mobility challenges, from elevators and stair lifts to ramps, bathroom modifications, and more. Their personal, caring, friendly service team covers all of Illinois, Indiana, and Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home or Zoom video mobility assessment with Access. Call 844-IL-LIFTS or visit allaboutaccess.com and tell them Lou sent you.
Now, let's get you back to Wildcat basketball. Here's the voice of the Cats, Dave Ennett.
7:10 to go here at Wells Ryan Arena. Northwestern leading Minnesota 59-56. Let's find out what else is happening from Mark Harmon.
Iowa out early on UCLA, Dave, 25-12 midway through the first half there. Illinois and Penn State about to tip off a little less than a half hour from now. Purdue and Wisconsin tonight at 7. And your local action, Kent State beat NIU 77-73. Loyola falls to Dayton 70-68. And DePaul beat Xavier 86-77.
Good win for DePaul, an improved team in year 2 under Chris Holtman. We saw them back in December, and the Cats escaped with a 2-point win.
Really good game, and a change in that DePaul program. You think about it, at one time, DePaul used to be Chicago's team, so to speak, as they had such talent there in the late 70s and 80s that they had more viewership than the Bulls at that time until Air Jordan comes along.
No doubt. All right, Cats bring it up 3 with 7:05 to go. Jaden Reed into the front court. Takes it left, hands it off to Clayton. Clayton, high lob, Page the catch, and he's fouled right away. Grove and Osama converging on him. And he will go to the free throw line.
Converging on him like the play, because they know that once Page gets that ball in that area, especially working against Grove, we talked about that Grove would be a difficult matchup for him.
Foul was on Osama. 1-1 here for Page. Free throw is good. Used a lot of the rim, but went in.
Why not?
That's what it's there for. 60-56. Another one here for Arrington Page. 3 blocks today, matching his season high. And he makes the second. The Cats up by 5, 61-56, 6:56 to go. There's Reynolds. Started by Clayton, takes it to the right baseline, picked up there by Sharamino on the switch. Now cross-court feed Osama against Reed. Shot clock down to 12 here. Osama feeds a bounce to Grove. In the high post, back to Tyson. Clayton on him now. Osma curling out on top with 5 with 4 down the lane. Ball knocked away. Who's got it? Cats have it. Page picks it up in a crowd. The Cats take it away. Minnesota never got a shot up.
Well, and Page actually dislodged the ball from Awesome on the dribble.
There's Reed in traffic. Out to Clayton. Deep 3. No. And the rebound, Reynolds. That was a really deep 3 for Jordan Clayton.
Just a little bit outside.
He's usually good for 1 or 2 threes a game. And that would have been a good time for it. Here's Reynolds. No look feed. Grove goes up with the dunk. 61 to 58. The Cats lead down to 3 with 5:56 to go.
Pick and roll play there. Nice pass by Reynolds.
6 for Grove, the 6'9" redshirt freshman. Reed slowing the pace here. Looking for Clayton left wing. Now up top, Page fakes the 3. Grabbed by Grove as he started down the lane.
Again, the Cats looking to exploit that matchup. And now Cats continue to be in the penalty situation at the free throw line.
Team fouls even at 8, a 1-and-1 here for Arrington Page. Second foul on Grove. First free throw, good for Page. He'll have another.
Cats now 7 of 10 from the charity stripe here this afternoon.
Make it 8 for 11 and see if Page can make it 9 out of 12. He does. The lead restored to 5 points with 5:39 to go.
Yeah, here's the point of the ball game where the Cats just need a stop or two to extend this lead as the time is running down in this ball game.
Here's Reynolds, feeds a bounce, and Grove diving down the lane for the dunk, his second straight.
And another pick and roll play. Cats need to do a little better job of communicating there as Grove with his second flush.
63-60, second in a row. Here's Reed. Wide on the right side, takes it to the elbow, bounces to Martinelli, drives the baseline, muscles it up and in against 2 defenders, including Crocker Johnson. Switched to his left hand and got it to go for the right side.
Again, tight roping down the baseline in front of the Cats bench. Don't know how Martinelli gets that shot off.
30th career 20-point game, 21 to be exact. Tyson out on the left, drives inside the arc, feeds Osman around a Crocker Johnson 3, no good. Rebound fought for, and a foul called, I believe, on Grove, or is it just Northwestern ball?
And that's great defense by the Cats.
It is a foul on Grove as he was battling Page for the rebound.
Yeah, Crocker Johnson, that's the guy you want shooting the ball from the perimeter there. As the Cats prevented Minnesota from the dribble drive penetration, moving the ball around, and then Page with a huge rebound.
Arrington Page, 15 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, 3 blocks. And another attempt at the line here, a 1-and-1. That's the 9th team foul on Minnesota. Free throw good for Arrington.
Yeah, he's come up big with these free throws down the stretch. I hope I just didn't jinx it.
No, that doesn't work. Trust me. You cannot jinx him sitting here. See? Free throw good.
Appreciate you.
We don't have that kind of power, Billy. 67-60 Northwestern, 4:35 to go.
And you can hear the crowd employing
for
the Cats
defense.
defense. Yep.
And here's on the pick and roll, the feed to Tyson, can't get a shot up, drops it off weak side to Grove for a dunk.
3 straight dunks for Grove. And again, the Cats stop Tyson, dislodged the ball, but he finds Grove on the weak side.
67-62 as we tick towards the 4-minute mark. Jaden Reed with the ball. Osima gives him a wide berth. Screen set by Martinelli. Leans in on a jumper. No good. And the rebound, Osima. Here's Reynolds to Tyson. Bangs into Jordan Clayton. Free throw will come. The shot was good. A foul called. Did that? Yeah, count the basket. And he'll have the and 1 after this timeout.
Martinelli with a good shot inside, just leaves it a little short. Then the Gophers off to the races. An opportunistic score.
Tyson, 15 points now, or 16 rather, and it's 67-64 Northwestern. 3:57 remaining here at Wells Surratt Arena. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield.
Hey, Northwestern fans, enjoy a meal at Wildfire, a 1940s-style supper club featuring steaks, chops, and seafood. Try one of Wildfire's signature dishes from our all-American menu: horseradish-crusted filet, Wildfire chopped salad, roasted prime rib, and cedar plank salmon. Dine in and take in the smells from the wood-burning oven, or watch our chefs in action at our open kitchen. Lunch, dinner, carry-out, and private parties. Stop by any one of our 5 Chicago-area Wildfire locations. For reservations, visit wildfirerestaurant.com.
America has an undeniable, unstoppable energy. At Constellation, our energy matches yours. We're generating electricity 24/7 with hydro, wind, solar, and the nation's largest carbon-free nuclear fleet. Enough clean energy to power 15 million homes today, and a commitment to helping you build a brighter tomorrow. Power on, America. Learn more at constellationenergy.com/poweron.
Wake up and listen to John Williams, weekdays 10 to 2 on WGN Radio.
Barbasol Shaving Cream delivers a quality shave at an honest value for over 100 years. Barbasol is America's #1 shaving cream. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol. Well, the Cats find themselves in a close shave here with Minnesota with 3:57 to go, 67-64. The fourth foul on Jordan Clayton. Tyson will have the free throw after this timeout, looking for his 17th point of the game and looking to get Minnesota back within 2. The Cats' largest lead has been 7 points. And the Gophers have hung around with a big lift off the bench from Carson Grove, a career-high 10 points. 6 here in the second half on 3 dunks. And Minnesota not going away here. The Gophers started the season 2-0, played at Missouri and lost 83-60. And their only Big Ten road game prior to this was at Purdue, where they lost 85-57 after their home win over Indiana. Tyson, the and one here, to cut the Cats' lead to 2 points with 3:57 to go, and he got
it. And Dave, if you look at the early Big Ten predictions, Minnesota and Northwestern predicted to finish 15-16, and it just doesn't get easier as these teams continue in Big Ten play.
Reed off a Sciarvino screen, flips it now to Martinelli, jab step, started to drive him. Crocker Johnson pinned in the quarter. Gets it out to Page. Shot clock at 9. Erickson Page driving on Grove. Spinning, goes to his left hand, missed it. And the rebound taken the other way. Awesome. Here comes Minnesota. Chance to tie or take the lead with a 3. Crocker Johnson, a 3. They got the lead. 68-67. Crocker Johnson, the 3-pointer. Minnesota by 1.
And Crocker Johnson even looks over at me as he knocks on that 3. I said that's the guy you want shooting the 3, but he knocks it down. And Page with the missed shot inside, kind of a finger roll. You want to see him finish strong around the basket and draw contact as he's done earlier. He gave Grove the bailout there with that move.
Now the officials are going to the monitor here. And this close shave instant replay is brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Why pay more for gels when Barbasol delivers an instant thick lather for a close, comfortable shave? Choose Barbasol, a quality shave and trusted value. It is a 3. That's checking to make sure it was a 3-pointer for Crocker Johnson, who's been able to hit that shot. And he puts Minnesota ahead with 3:23 to go. The Gophers have scored 8 straight to take the lead here. Lots of time remaining. Both teams now with the double bonus. Possession arrow is with Minnesota. Martinelli will inbound for the Wildcats, who are down by 1. 3:23 to go. Jaden Reed brings it across the midcourt line, met by Osama. Drives right. Reed goes up for the shot, no good. He got fouled.
He got mugged. Nice move by Reed. Again, understanding that the Cats are in a penalty situation, instead of settling for the outside shot, attacking the basket, and getting to the free throw line.
So Jaden at the line, 2 shots. He's 3 for 3 from the line in the game. Fallon Osuma, his second. Free throw, good. He's got such a good-looking shot, doesn't he?
He certainly does, not only at the charity stripe, but even when he's shooting shots from the field.
Great body control on jumpers. Second one, good. And the Wildcats are back in front. 69-68, 3:12 remaining.
And needing a stop here.
There is Reynolds across the midcourt. Line ball knocked away by Reed. A foul called. And he knocked it into the arms of Cheravino. Reed thought he got it clean.
Oh, Jaden Reed disrupting the dribble.
Oh,
and the replay just shows that Reynolds just lost the ball. No contact from Reed.
Reynolds now
Bad break for the Cats.
Reynolds will have 2 shots here to try to put Minnesota back in front. First one up, good. That was not a 1-and-1, was it? No. It was the double bonus. We're tied at 69.
Really bad break for the Cats there. Jaden Reed playing tough defense out front, not being rewarded.
Reynolds makes them both. 70-69 Minnesota, 3 minutes to go. Reed, met by Osuma. It's a screen from Martinelli. Pounds the dribble. We're down to 15 on the shot clock here. Now Reed pulls up from 15. No. Tipped up. No. Martinelli had it, lost it. Tyson comes away with it. Minnesota the ball to 1-point lead, 2.5 left.
I don't know if you heard the fan behind us said, get a stop. That's what the Cats need, down by 1 here.
2:28 on the clock. Shot clock now to 15. Reynolds outside, a 3 in the air, no good. Rebound, Grove around to Reynolds. As Crocker Johnson missed on that one. And a fresh shot clock here for the Gophers. Down to 10. Here's Reynolds driving, plays through contact, drops it off to Grove, another dunk. And it's 72-69 Minnesota, 2 minutes to go.
Grove has been the player of the half there, and Reynolds finding him on pick and roll situations. It looked like the Cats had him walled off.
Timeout taken by the Wildcats with 1:54 to go. Minnesota up by 3, 72-69. Grove, 12.6 for 6. His previous career high, 6 points against Texas Southern. He's had 8 points here in the second half, all on dunks.
And how about 13 assists from Langston Reynolds this afternoon?
Yeah, that is 3 more than he had against Texas Southern, his previous career high. He's got 12 points and his first career double-double. And the Wildcats are in some trouble here with 1:54 to go.
Well, plenty of time left. No need to panic here. No need to take a crazy 3. Just run their offense. They've got to get a score, and then they've got to get a stop.
Cats have missed 8 of their last 9 shots. Don't have a field goal in the last 3 minutes plus. Minnesota has made 4 of their last 5. They got that 3 by Crocker Johnson. They got a couple of dunks by Grove in there. They've got 5 in double figures. The Wildcats have Martinelli, Page, and Reed in doubles.
Yeah, Grayson Grove has made a big difference here, and his teammate Langston Reynolds has made him look like a superstar here with the easy baskets he's been able to dish off to him.
For the Wildcats, Max Green in. Reed, Page, Cheravino, and Martinelli. You suspect that somehow Nick Martinelli may end up with the ball here? Let's see. Reed inbounds it to Nick. Works his way left to the lane and out to Reed for three. No good off the front of the rim, and then Martinelli gets shoved down hard under the basket as he tried to pick up the rebound. The foul on Crocker Johnson. That's his fourth.
Jaden Reed with the missed three, but
free throw, no good for Martinelli.
But Martinelli in the right place at the right time, and Cats now.
Second free throw attempt for Nick. That one's good. 22 for Martinelli. 72-70, Minnesota, a minute 45 to go. Reynolds works the ball up against Reed. Cats desperately needing to stop. Reynolds turns the corner, goes up, blocked by Clayton. The ball out of bounds. It'll stay with Minnesota.
Cats got away with what I thought might have been a foul there, and then Arrington Page just couldn't hold on to it, as it looked like the Cats had made a defensive stop.
Reed had come out. Now he's going to go back in, I believe. He was going to come in. I think the Wildcats were deciding whether to challenge. They are not going to challenge on the out-of-bounds call. Inbounds pass goes to Grove. Skips it across to Tyson. Minute 27 to go. 9 to shoot. Awesome to the elbow to Grove against Page. Shot clock at 4, at 3, at 2. Tyson have to put it up for 3. Good. Late clock three-pointer. And Minnesota up 5 with a minute 12 to go.
And that could be the backbreaker.
Here's Reed. Thought about the three. Clayton will take a three right corner. That's no good. Rebounded by Crocker Johnson. 1 minute to go.
And the Cats have just gone ice cold here in the last 4 minutes of play day.
Tyson didn't have a three this entire game until just now with the shot clock running down. And Minnesota heating up late. The Cats cooling off late. And down by 5, and Reynolds a chance to make it a two-possession game here with 2 free throws.
Yeah, desperation 3 there by Cade Tyson.
Free throw good by Reynolds. 76-70. This would make it a 3-possession ball game. Clayton out. Green in. Reynolds 5 for 5 from the line. Free throw, no good. Rebound, Cherubino. 55 seconds to go. 30-second differential. Here's Green to Reed. Reed driving, lobs it up for Page for a dunk. Timeout Northwestern. A 4-point game, 76-72. 47 seconds to go.
In Minnesota now, they just need to be disciplined on the offensive end. They've got the ball, a 4-point lead. Just play the offense the way they've been moving the ball and run the shot clock down and try to get a good shot. But the Cats now have to tune up their defense, turn it up, and get a deflection and a steal, and try to keep themselves in this ball game.
Martinelli, Cherubino, Reed, Mullins, and Singleton for the Wildcats. We trail by 4 with 47 seconds to go. Arrington Page, 19 points today.
Off the bench.
Yep. Durkin back in for Minnesota. There's a 17-second differential shot clock to game clock as Durkin looks to inbound the ball, and now he feeds it into Awesoma. Awesoma doubled way the backcourt, sends it ahead to Reynolds, and now they get it into the front court. Tyson and Singleton fouls him, and that's going to be it for Trey Singleton, his 5th foul.
Cats trying to stop the clock because they couldn't come up with the steal in the backcourt.
And they fouled Tyson, not the guy they want to foul in that situation. Tyson
5 of 6 from the free throw line this afternoon.
Career 83% shooter from the line. 2 shots. First one good. 77-72, Minnesota. Second free throw is good. 78-72, Gophers by 6, 39 seconds to go. Jaden Reed, stop and go dribble into the paint, gives it off to Martinelli, and he gets hacked by Grove. Third on Grove. Our fourth make that. And Martinelli at the free throw line. Wildcats haven't started the Big Ten season 0-3 since the 2019-2020 season. And that's what they're staring at unless they can rally here in the final 32 seconds. Free throw good by Martinelli. Angelo Cherubino back in. Page goes to the bench. Mullins in. Nick to try to make it a 4-point game. He does. 78-74, Minnesota, 32.6 on the clock. Durkin looking to inbound. Still looking, timeout, Gophers. Cats thought they might have forced a turnover there, but they did not.
Boy, they desperately need one right now, Dave. You come up with that turnover from a hypothetical situation, you could come up with a 3 and just be down 1. Minnesota's going to try to dial something up to get the ball in the hand of one of their ball handlers here. Cats have to just continue to play good, solid defense.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to SiriusXM Big Ten Radio, channel 372 in the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app. SiriusXM is the home for your favorite team and conference, including live games plus interviews and analysis. So cheer along with the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com. 10 seconds for station identification. This is Northwestern Wildcat basketball.
This is ESPN Chicago, WNVP, WTBC, HD2 Chicago, a good Karma Brands radio station.
Minnesota will try again to inbound it, up by 4. Durkin looking, gets it in the corner. Crocker Johnson travels, forced into a travel. Martinelli was there for the Wildcats, part of a double team, and the Cats come up with a turnover, Billy.
Yeah, right in front of the Cats bench. Crocker Johnson catches the ball right on the sideline, exactly where you want the ball to go if you're a defensive team. And just the physical pressure forces him to step back to make a pass. Cats need to score.
All right, Reed. And a Martinelli jumper. Good! Nick Martinelli from the right corner. Timeout. Northwestern 28.4. It's a 2-point game.
Cats, I've seen that play before. Martinelli with a game winner last year on that baseline.
Twice against Maryland and USC.
Exactly. Now the Cats have to come up with another stop. 28.4 seconds left on the clock. Cats down by 2. Trying to claw their way back into this one after going cold from the field over the last 3.5 minutes of the ball game, Dave.
Cats have shot 50% today. Minnesota, though, 55%. They've been way above their season average. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the best tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are family made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our product lineup and for a store locator. 78-76 Minnesota, 29.1 showing on the clock.
Yeah, Cats have had forced 14 points off of turnovers tonight, points off of turnovers. And they desperately need to come up with another turnover right now.
All right. Reynolds will inbound on the baseline. Looking to get it in. And the ball, Tyson gets it, and he's fouled with 27.5.
Boy, it looked like the Cats had come up with the steal there.
For a moment. Cherubino the foul. Second, and Tyson will go to the line. 27.5 remaining on the clock.
Well, you can only hope that Tyson misses one of these and then the Cats capture the defensive rebounds and have the opportunity to.
Free throw, good. I think Tyson's going to be a problem for a lot of teams.
Well, in Minnesota with this very disciplined offense, as Chris Collins talked about prior to the game, really, and beat Brian James at half, talked about they will pose problems for people.
And he makes them both. So it's 80-76 Minnesota, 26 seconds to go. Reed hustles it down the floor all the way, and a little runner, good. 21.7, 80-78. Here we go again. And Reynolds looking. Tyson double teamed in the corner, having trouble, calls a timeout. Well, say this much. Cats are not going down easy in this game.
Well, certainly aren't. Again, their defense forcing the offense to throw the ball into the corner areas or sideline areas, giving them good, strong traps and providing very few outlets. But they need one more stop here, Dave, and a score.
17.8 showing on the clock. Minnesota 80, Northwestern 78. Wildcats trying to get that first Big Ten win before they go on the road for the next two, and then they will come home a week from Wednesday for a 7:30 game against the Fighting Illini, followed up by a visit 2 weeks from today from the Nebraska Cornhuskers, who haven't lost yet.
They've been rolling.
And then a West Coast trip to USC and UCLA. So you got to find a way here. 17.8. Try to come out of here with this W. Changes the whole perspective if you can. Try to get this game to overtime, or better yet, win it in regulation. But first, you got to get even. Jake West in for the Wildcats, along with Clayton Martinelli, Sherabino, and Mullins. Durkin, Tyson, Reynolds, Osama, and Crocker Johnson for the Gophers. 17.8. And Durkin, tough inbounds play here, Billy. From deep on the left sideline. Mullins guarding, gets it into Reynolds. They double Reynolds along the baseline. Gets it to Durkin, and now Tyson to Osama. Into the front court, Osama fouled by Clayton. That'll be it for Jordan Clayton. With 10.9 showing on the clock. Osama has not been to the line today. 16 points, 9 rebounds for him.
Well, right now it's going to take a small miracle for the Cats to pull this one out.
Osama at the line for the first time, 78% free throw shooter. Minnesota as a team, 82% today, 18 of 22. Free throw, good. 3-point lead. This one to make it a 2-possession game with 10.9 remaining. And the free throw is good. 82-78 Minnesota. Here comes Reed with 10 with 9 to Martinelli. Leans in on a 3. Didn't get the foul call. Rebound Durkin, fouled with 4.2.
Well, very tough loss for the Cats, and we talked about the importance of this game coming into it for both teams. A great sense of urgency for the Cats not to lose a second home game in the Big Ten, but furthermore, not to fall to 0-3. And the Gophers have come in here and in the last 4 minutes of regulation really started to shoot the ball and be effective, and the Cats couldn't respond as their shooting went ice cold.
Durkin free throw good. Pretty much academic now with 4.2 on the clock, 83-78.
Fans are starting to file out.
Yep, 84-78 as he makes the second. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Pull up 3 by Reed. No good. That's it. The ball game is over, and the Minnesota Golden Gophers have come in to Wells Ryan Arena and beaten the Wildcats by a final score of 84-78, dropping the Cats to 0-3 in the Big Ten. 84-78 Minnesota, outscoring the Cats 50-44 in the second half of play. Today's broadcast of Northwestern basketball was presented by Wintrust, Chicago's bank and official bank